This is the infamous Miri Dahl. She looks like a child, but she's actually an adult woman in her 30s, and that's because she has systemic hyperplasia, a rare condition that stops physical growth at the age of 5. But don't let that fool you. She's one of the most cunning villains Batman has ever faced, and she appears in one of the highest-rated episodes in Batman history. Before this tale was put together, I went through the series again and again, and I've come to one conclusion. She's the most misunderstood villain in the entire show. And in the end, she was the only villain who truly broke Batman. This is the story of Babydoll. Decades before she ever became an adversary to Batman, Miri Dahl was one of the most recognizable faces in the country. Her hit sitcom, Love That Baby, became the biggest show of its decade, turning her into a pop culture icon overnight.
Baby, did you use the whole box of bubble bath?
I didn't mean to.
For a brief moment, Miri Dahl had everything. But underneath all of it, there was something the cameras never showed. Miri Dahl was born with a condition called systemic hyperplasia, a rare disorder that stopped her body from growing past the age of 5. Despite the condition, she was a fully grown woman in every way that mattered. But the world would never see that, because the moment anyone looked at her, they saw a child, and she was treated like one. She couldn't go on a date, sign a contract, or walk into a room full of adults without the world immediately deciding who she was before she opened her mouth.
Why don't they ever understand? I'm not a baby. I'm not a child. I'm just different.
Eventually, Miri Dahl grew tired of being underestimated and boxed in. She believed she deserved something bigger, something more. So she walked away from her hit show to chase what she believed would be greater opportunities.
Baby's dramatic career flopped, and when she tried to start her TV show again, the networks turned her down.
Once her show ended, the opportunities dried up. She was no longer seen as an actress. And somewhere in the silence of it all, the truth began to set in. Nobody had ever truly cared about Miri Dahl, the person. The same people who once adored her began to turn away. Piece by piece, her whole life fell apart, until she was left with nothing and no one. After that, Miri Dahl vanished. No one knew where she went, and over time, people stopped asking. But behind the scenes, she was preparing something far more evil than anyone could imagine. This is where Batman, the animated series, picks up her story, in the iconic episode Babydoll.
3 of the cast's original actors disappeared last week. But that other one, Miri Dahl, dropped out of sight years ago. Ironically, the same thing that brought her fame turned her into a recluse.
In 1994, Gotham City detectives began receiving missing persons reports. Former cast members of Love That Baby, one by one, were vanishing without a trace. At first, the cases seemed unrelated, too scattered for even seasoned detectives to connect. But something about the pattern was off, and it didn't take long for Batman and James Gordon to step in. What they found in their investigation was not what anyone expected from the renowned actress.
Where am I? Todd? June? Brian?
Tammy, she got you too.
Miri Dahl? Is this a joke?
No, sillies. I'm baby member. Together again forever and ever.
Over the years, Miri Dahl secretly worked with hired criminals to track down and abduct her former co-stars and bringing them to a fully recreated set of their old sitcom. But this wasn't some reunion. She was bringing them together for a far darker purpose, and she was also coercing them to reenact the show for her, scene by scene, trapping them inside a twisted version of the only time in her life she ever felt loved. But there was one cast member who hadn't been taken yet. Spunky, the character introduced in Love That Baby's final season as Babydoll's younger cousin, brought in by the studio to boost ratings, and it worked almost immediately. Spunky became more popular than the show's own lead. The audience shifted, and Miri, the woman the entire show was built around, found herself an afterthought in her own story. She left the show shortly after, and the series died with her departure.
You're not my daughter, and we're not a family. We're actors, remember? You canceled our show because you whined you weren't getting enough attention.
But I knows now I made a boo-boo.
Now, years later, the actor who played Spunky was a teenager with a future ahead of him. He was the last piece. By the time Batman and Robin realized he was the final piece of Miri's plan, it was already too late. With the entire cast finally together, Miri Dahl now had everything she needed. And at last, the dark truth behind why she brought them all together was about to be revealed. As it turns out, bringing the cast together wasn't just about reliving the past. It was the setup for a murder-suicide. Her plan was to recreate the happiest moments in her life, one last time, then end it, taking everyone with her. The show never states it outright because of its PG rating, but the implication is clear. She wasn't there for nostalgia. She was there to kill. She brings out the dynamite and forces them to reenact the most painful scene of her career, the moment Spunky humiliated her on her own show.
You all remembers what happened the last time I had a birthday? Everybody laughed and laughed. Well, I'm laughing now.
We were just playing characters in a TV show.
It was real to me. Everybody loved Babydoll until you came along. You made them forget me.
But just as the explosion is about to go off, something unexpected happens. The Spunky in front of her grabs the bomb and throws it away at the last second, because it was never Spunky. It was Robin in disguise the entire time, wearing a tracker so Batman could find them once he was taken. In that moment, Mary Doll realizes she's been outplayed. Her entire plan collapses, and with nothing left, she falls back on the only option she has: run. But the escape doesn't last. Batman is already steps ahead, and the way he chases her says everything.
Silly Mr. Batman can't catch me.
Don't run away. I know you're scared, confused. I can help you.
Liar, liar, cape on fire.
If you pay attention to Batman's tone, it's different here, softer, more compassionate than it ever is with his other villains. And that's because he understands Mary Doll. He's not trying to take her down, he's trying to reach her. The chase leads them into a carnival funhouse. Mary runs into a set of mirrors that give her a distorted reflection of herself. And the following scene is the exact moment that made Batman's animated series one of the most critically acclaimed cartoons ever.
Look. That's me in there. The real me. There I am. But it's not really real, is it? Just made up and pretend like my family and my life and everything else.
Why couldn't you just let me make believe?
She spirals, firing wildly at the mirrors until there's only one left. The moment falls completely silent. The air turning heavy as Batman slowly steps toward her, calm and steady. She doesn't resist. She doesn't fight. She just accepts.
I didn't mean to.
This time, she truly means it. But here's what nobody talks about. This isn't just Mary Doll's story. This is the reality that thousands of people living with hyperplasia and conditions like it face every single day. Mary Doll was a fictional character, but her pain was real. To unlock the next tale, like the video and subscribe, and a comment on whose tale should be told next.